Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. In this video, we will continue solving some more array problem in JavaScript. This is part 2 of our array problem series, so let's get started. In the last video, we solved like finding maximum and minimum, reversing an array, and finding the sum of all elements problems. Today, we will solve these three new problems. Check if an element exists in an array, count even and odd numbers, find the second largest element. Alright, let's begin with the first one. So the first problem is very simple. We are given an array and also we also have a target element. We need to check if that element exists in the array, present in the array or not. For example, if the array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and target is equal to 3, the output should be true because 3 is present in the array. And we can solve this in two ways, by using a loop or using a built-in method dot includes. So let's move to VS Code and write the code for this. So let's write a function check element, and it takes an array and target as the input. Inside the function, I will use a simple loop to go through each element. For let I equal to 0, I smaller than array dot length and I plus plus. And if the element matches the target, I will return true. Like if array of I is equal to target, just return true from. And if the loop finishes found without finding anything, then I will return false. Return false. And so now let's test it. I will create an array. Let array is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and target is equal to 4. Now let found is equal to check element with the array and target, and just console this found. If I run this, what happened? Oops, I have to pass this array here. Yes, it said true here, true as the output, because 4 is present in this array. If I write 40 as a target, and then I get false because 40 is not present in this array. Now instead of writing the loop, we can also use the built-in method includes. This method directly tells us whether an element present or not. Like console.log array dot includes target and check. So both give the false as the output because 40 is not present. And for if I run the again, both give the true as 4 is present in this array. And this is a one-liner and short and easier way. Now second problem is the count even and odd numbers. We have to count how many even numbers and how many odd numbers are there in an array. For example, if the array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so then the answer is even is equal to 3, odd is equal to 3. We can solve this easily with a simple loop. So let's write the code. I will take a variable let array is equal to 10, 20, 30, wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's take a variable even is equal to 0, odd is equal to 0. And start a for loop. Let num of array, and if num is modulo divided by 2 is equal to 0, then then even plus plus, else odd plus plus. Let's write the console.log even and odd. If I run this node to Now the even values is 2 and odd is equal to 3. Why? Because 2 and 4 are the even numbers in this array and 1, 3, 5 are the odd numbers in this array. Just basically check whether the num divided by 2 is equal to 0 or not, modulo divided by 2 is equal to 0 or not. If yes, even plus plus, else odd plus plus. Now our third problem is the find the second largest element. We have to find the second largest element in an array. For example, in 10, 5, 8, 20 and 15. The largest element is the 20 and the second largest element is the 15 here. So there are two ways to do this: sort the array and take the second largest element, or do it in one loop, which is more efficient. So let's solve it with the sorting. Let here r is equal to 10, 5, 8, 20, 15, and I have to just write here dot sort built-in method and compare the values a minus b. Now it sorts the array and just write array error dot length minus 2. Node 3, I get 15 as the second largest element, which is true for this. And now let's write the without sorting, because for sorting takes the extra time. So let's solve it in the one pass. We will keep two variables, first for the largest element and second for the second largest element. As we go through the array, we will update these value accordingly. So let first is equal to minus infinity and second is equal to minus infinity. So for let num of array, and if num is greater than first, just update the second value with the first value and update the first value with the num value. Else, if it is not greater than, then check whether it is greater than second or not. Num is greater than second and num is smaller than first. Then update the second value with the num and write the second value and run this node 3 and get the 15 as a second largest element, which is true for this. This is a better solution because it does not need sorting. It just compare the value. If num is greater than first, then update the second value first and then update the first value with the num. Else, if the num is smaller than first but greater than second, so update the second value, and in last we get the second as the second largest element. So this is the solution. And great, in this video we will solve 3 array problems. Check if an element exists, counting even and odd numbers, find the second largest element. So these are the simple but very important problems for building logic. In the next video we will continue with more DSA problem in JavaScript. Until then, keep practicing in your own VS Code, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to JDCodebase. See you in the next video.